You know, I really care about video game OST songs as a medium. Not only by themselves, but as a contributing factor to the holistic piece of video games. In the same way that uh, album covers can contribute to the headspace that you're put in when you're listening to an album. It's super integral, not necessarily integral, but a super helpful part of having a curated experience. So I wanted to go into, some of my favorite entries of video game OST music. This one's an interesting marriage of like Eastern and Western music trappings because there's a swing jazz influence, obviously, but there's also that pentatonic influence, which is very common in Chinese and Eastern music. And there's also that Foley in the background to make it sound like you're in a forest. It's a great experiential composition. Now, by now, you probably know that I like house. I'm a big house fan, but also there's that anime song influence. But it's not so overpowering that it overtakes the house. So, is this sort of yin-yang effect that's going on in which they both contribute to each other. And it's a great listening event as a result. And the thing that's important for a lot of video game OST songs is the idea that they can loop on and on infinitum, and that's the case for this song right here. I believe this was a Korean game, but this song is super Western. The beginning melody by itself is great. Piano as a choice of instrument is great. But when those instrumentations come back with the guitar and everything, that main melody is just a great amalgamation. Those denting guitars in the pre-chorus and verses. I love it. I love that kind of stuff. It kind of reminds me of a song in Promised Neverland. This is such a grand experience. That bass, that swelling instrumentation that just makes you feel like you're in this large, beautiful, serene world. And then it goes back to this airy sort of instrumentation that has this dynamism that's added to the song. It's really such a the song really takes you on a trip, and it really makes you feel the dichotomy that's happening when you reach the point in the game where it's this sort of traditional Chinese area that is so beautiful and ornate, and at the same time just megalithic and also somehow really comforting. This is such a great ballad, really anime vibes, a turn of the century type of song, late 90s, early 2000s. You hear that high synth. It's a really soft song, but then you hear those sort of semi-harsh guitars at the end, and you're like, "Oh yeah, this is something you hear at the conclusion of an anime episode." Something that you might hear in, like Ojamajo Doremi or something like that. You're like, "What's it doing in a video game?" But hey, man, it's good. It's good. It works. In terms of the lineage of, Baroque, classical, romantic, and contemporary, this fits so well. And it might be one of my favorite compositions of all time, along with, like, Mirrored by Brandon Musser. And David by Akiko Yano. This is just the type of musical vibe that I strive to replicate myself when I'm, playing the piano. This is such a wonderful, peaceful piece, and this is probably the best example of what I mean when a song informs how you feel when you're playing a game, because like you're fighting monsters while this song is playing in the background, and there's this serenity that's happening while you're in a combative situation, and it's so weird, but it works well somehow. Wonderfully done, man. That early 2000 vibe comes perfectly with those MIDI instrumentations and those sort of hugged in high tension chords matched with that chill vibe. That's just another dichotomy of many dichotomies that are sort of being presented on this list, and this is a sort of evergreen song for me as a result of that. Once again, that Foley comes back in the background. That introduction to the song, beautiful, majestic, but I say the crowning jewel of this song, and probably what makes it my favorite song in either Saga, which is one of my favorite MMORPGs, is that lead synth. Oh my god, it's so beautiful, so serene. You're flying on your cloud, and you go to the top of Pocari City. It's a foundational memory for me. Like there's nothing like it, man. Once again, you hear the MIDI instrumentation in the background, the guitars. You feel this wonder of this game world that you're inhabiting, and yeah, it's just superlative, man. Really powerful contemporary song in that same lineage that I was talking about earlier with the Baroque, classical, romantic, contemporary. This is just an orchestral song that uses its instrumentation. The flutes and the horns that sometimes take the melody line and the swelling of the strings is a great song for exploring. It's calming, and it puts you in the right headspace to just see what this world has to offer for you. Just another great mixture of analog and digitized instrumentation. The synths swelling in the background, just holding the synths while also having those plucking bass notes. I believe it's a cello, or is it some sort of string instrument as the main melody. Just once again a great cake that's being made, and the reverberation plays such a pivotal role in this particular composition. They're doing it right, man. They're doing it right. It is cavernous. The song is cavernous. I'm gonna be honest with you, this is probably the most shaky entry on the list. I put it on here for two reasons. The bass, the synth bass, and the organs that are playing. Oh my god. Those two together make... I could have those two by itself. Everything else could go away for all I care. Those two together are just such a great harmony. The energy of the plucking bass and the tension of the organs with that shrill timbre. Yeah, get ready for battle, dude. Sparse instrumentation and the perfect low-key, low-maintenance melody composition. Once again, just the perfect setting for exploration and keeping your mind open for a world that is around you. Yeah, this is the kind of thing that you'll be playing at 1 a.m. when you're supposed to be sleeping, but you're just so overcome by, that notion that's welling up inside you to explore. And this song is a propelling engine that gives you the fuel to keep going. Dance, motherfucker, dance!
I wake at night and I start reaching for you every single time.
Dance!
Let's get closer, get I'm so in love.
The reverb once again plays a powerful role in this composition, but the syncopation, that's what makes this song this song. The bass synth and the main chord synths, those two together, sort of having this interplay between lows and highs and mids. Yeah, dude. That it sort of has your head bopping and subdividing sort of unconsciously. It's great, and it is energizing and activating. Once again, a cavernous piece, but at the same time, so invigorating.
We can go almost anywhere. You and I.
Do you see this poster up here? Do you think I wouldn't have a Parappa the Rapper song, dude? Who do you think I am? Okay? You could swap this out with the intro to Living Single, and I wouldn't care. Okay? This is the type of song that should be used for the intro of Living Single.
This is where we should be.
What the hell is this pre-chorus? How do you even think of a chord progression like that? That jumping in the bass in the chorus, amazing. The vocal arrangement and the voice leading that's going on, cool, laid back lead vocal that's happening. Everything is just so hunky-dory, man. It's gravy when you're listening to this song. That percussion.
I knew from the start it was gonna be rough, but not as painful as this.
Yeah, I also have a Jammer Lammy song on here, and this might be a little more contentious. I get it. The vocals are a little more silly and more of an acquired taste, but I love how charming and unpolished they are.
It was the 36th time that he broke my heart. It was the 80th time that I'd fallen apart.
Is that a trombone, dude? And you're telling me you don't like this silliness? This silliness that's accompanying and matching the vocals? Ah, come on, dude. It's so fun.
I remember way back when my life was laid back.
If you don't get your ass back to rocket power, dude, get the fuck out of here. All right.
Wasn't your life? It was a nice, paperless days with respect and
Yo, she is killing it with those vocals. You know that she's she's at the end of her rope, hitting those high notes, man. She keeps on going up and up and up in the key change. Oh my gosh. Wow. Once again, what an energizing piece. How lovely and silly. Yeah, just skip to the part with the accordions. What can I say? That light percussion that's going on in the background, that nice bass playing that's not too busy. That mysterious chord, as if that's the discovery of gravitation itself. You know, there's so much mystery and tension in that chord, and that's so exemplary of the song. And we're back with the sort of sonic dichotomies with such a wonderful, soft vocal that's going on in the forefront, but such busy percussion in the background. Killer solos that we get the autumn leaves chord progression going on in the background, and to sort of top off the intentionality of the sort of craziness that's going on in the background, we get that Brazilian whistle at the end.
Oh, Yasumi, I know that it's hard to do.
Bowen is one of those electronic artists who is wholly unique. There is no one like him. From his vocal performance to his bilinguality, to his multiple genre changes within the song, to his use of analog instruments with the electronic instruments. That's all over the place, dude. And there's this musical motif that keeps coming back when you listen to the album. But as for this song by itself, this is something that I've known for a long time, and I love it just as much as when I first heard it. I don't even know what to call it. Is that like a airy, whispery flute of some kind, and the guitar playing in the background is beautiful. What a great idea to match those two instruments together for the main melody. If there was ever a genre of music that I have to listen to for the rest of my life, it would be this sort of lounge jazz type of music. So cool that harmonica is so prominent in this, along with the piano and the bass and those busy drums yet again, and constant use of cymbals. That is just a great musical palette that you've got going. This song is beyond cool. This feels like you are walking late at night and being mischievous and melancholy and mysterious by yourself, just living the nightlife. Those cool panning synths, yeah, that is just such a cool vibe to listen to, especially when you have headphones on, so definitely check that out. Such a laid back, cool feel. This is a great experience.
You are the ocean's great waves, destined to seek.
I chose this version because of the vocal performance. Amazing vocal performance. What a nice calming presence in such a sort of somber song. Great composition. Love the use of the piano. Love the composition of the piano. Love those strings that come in towards the end when we're playing that main melody line once again for the chorus.
I'd sacrifice, and the star came but not without a prize.
And to sort of exemplify that somberness, this string line here sort of tugs at me and brings my heart into a puddle. I know this song isn't original to Brawl. This is a song from Donkey Kong Country, I believe. But this rendition is awesome, man. Once again, it's those computerized instrumentals that are coming back again and sort of stealing the show. We got some busy percussion going on, but not heavy percussion. It's a lot of like brushwork on snares that pass off from the guitar to the violins. I don't necessarily like the bridge, but I like the pass off right before the bridge. That transition is super awesome. What a sort of inventive take on, you know, a bossa piece with those computerized vocals in the background, with the soft vocals that are sort of doubled and lightly harmonized. Someone correct me in the comments. I don't know if this is a xylophone or a marimba or a vibraphone or what, but that little solo. Now we're talking, dude. That transition right before the solo as well. Start your day with a song. Seriously, like use it as your alarm to get up. This is the song that puts you in the mood to get your day going. It puts you in a sunny disposition. Those are some of my favorite video game OST songs. And, you know, let me know what you like. Let me know why you like it and what kind of headspace it puts you in.